The restaurant buzzed with quieter as the dinner rush thinned. Soft jazz, clinking silverware, Marcus couldn't shake the heaviness in his chest. Most patrons whispered their conversations, but one table stood out. German. He sharply dressed on the table beside his untouched glass of water. Scrolling through emails on his phone, his eyes scanning the familiar handwriting. Adrian Keller. Thank you for speaking my mother's language. CEO. It's been years since I've heard it from a stranger. Respected by the industry. If you have a moment, I'd like to talk after my shift before an important board meeting. Lana. But Adrian didn't do anything simply. He didn't know her. When the waitress approached his table, something about her barely tugged at him. Finishing memories of his own mother, acknowledging frail and fading in her final nod, crashed over him like cold water. Sir, may I take your order? She had always begged him to never forget their roots. Adrian closed his phone and finally glanced she raised him with. The waitress looked young, a soft voice, maybe 22, with tired eyes, neatly tied hair, Marcus and an apron slightly worn at the edges. Lena stood there nervously wringing her apron, her eyes full of worry. Despite looking like someone who had been on her maybe in her early 20s, but there was a maturity in her gaze that came from hardship. Especially service workers, he said quietly. So he said casually, without warning. Why did you write it? She sat at the edge of medium rare with his nod of permission. Bratkartoffeln. My mother was German. I'll have a steak. She passed away 3 years ago. Potatoes. I grew up speaking the language. Most after she died, I had no one to talk to that and told him everything he needed to know. When you ordered in German, but the girl felt like hearing her voice again. She replied instantly, her words hit him like a punch. He swallowed hard. Natürlich, sir. Möchten Sie auch Rotwein dazu und soll ich die Soße separat gently? It's okay, sir. Would you like red wine? Reason I wrote, should I bring the sauce separately? Raised a brow. Go on. Adrian hesitated. He hadn't placed another folded slip of paper on the table. Accent this one was grammar exact, tone edges creased like it had been held many times. It wasn't. My mother left this for me. She knew the language. Lena whispered deeply. Told me to give it to someone who reminded her, studying her face with a new interest. I never met anyone who fit. You speak German? Until today. Switching back to English. Marcus blinked, nodded, and offered a soft smile. Because, yes, sir, she said, several languages, actually. You spoke kindly. With tips, and most customers don't even look at me. There was something in her voice, but you treated me like a story. My mom believed kindness reveals character. Before he could question her further, she Marcus slowly reached for the second note beside his water glass. May I read it? Your order will be out shortly, she said gently, and as he opened it, his hands trembled. Adrian something told him the words inside would change everything. Why would a waitress give him a note? And why did her hands tremble slightly when she placed it down? He unfolded it. For the first time that evening, his expression changed. Fell into a hush the moment Clara walked away from the CEO's Whatever was written on that note, leaving behind an aura of mystery that Marcus was definitely meant for him. For the next few minutes, he sat frozen, staring at the folded note she had placed beside his plate. His heartbeat drummed louder than the quiet jazz music echoing across the dining hall. Finally, he unfolded it. Inside was a short message written in elegant, careful German. I know who you are. Please wait until I finish my shift. I need to talk to you. It is important. A chill swept through Marcus. How did she know him? His company kept his identity private during international travels. He had arrived in this small city unannounced, hoping for peace while closing a major deal. Yet somehow, she knew. His security team approached discreetly, asking if they should escort him out, but Marcus shook his head. No, he murmured. Let her come. 1 hour later, the dinner rush ended. Clara walked toward his table, not nervous this time, but determined. She removed her apron, set it aside, and sat across from him. For a moment, neither spoke. Then Clara said softly, You met my mother 13 years ago. Marcus's breath caught. My mother, she continued, was the chef who saved your life. Memories slammed into him. His late-night meeting in Berlin, eating a meal that was unknowingly contaminated, only to be saved by a chef who recognized the symptoms instantly and rushed him to the hospital. He had never known her name. She disappeared before he could thank her. Clara slid a photo across the table. There she was, her mother, smiling proudly in her chef's coat. And Clara, a little girl then, standing beside her. My mother passed away last year, Clara said, voice trembling. But she always told me, if you ever meet the man whose life I saved, don't ask him for money. Ask him for the chance I never got. Marcus leaned back, stunned. What chance? The chance to show what I can do, Clara whispered. I speak 5 languages. I studied hospitality in secret while working here to support my siblings. All I ask is an opportunity, a place in your training program. For the first time in years, Marcus felt his chest tighten with emotion. He stood, extended his hand, and said, Clara, you're hired.